Welcome back. Now, we want to learn how to change from fractions to decimal. I was supposed to explain this in the last video, but the video kept getting long, and if it is too long, it will become boring at the end of the day. And I don't want to bore you with a lot of information. So let's see how we can convert each of these fractions to decimals. So mind you, the decimals sometimes can lead to terminating decimals or unterminating decimal. Let's start with the first one. So this is an opportunity for you to revise your division, either the long division or the short division. Let's go to number 1. This is 1/2. So all I need to do is to draw my division box. So I'm going to put 1 inside here, and I'll put 2 here. Don't let this one stand alone. You can just attach 0.000, any amount of 0. So it is still going to be the same thing. 1.0000, no matter the amount of 0, is still the same as 1. How many 2 can I get from 1? That is impossible. Anytime it is impossible, just put 0 points. You see, because 1 is a smaller number and you want to divide it with a bigger number, it's going to give you 0. Then you do 2 times 0, that will give you 0. Now subtract 1 minus 0, that will give you 1. Drop the next 0. So this becomes 10. So 1 and 0 is 10. How many 2 can I get from 10? That is just 5. Then you do 2 times 5, that is 10. Subtract. So 10 minus 10, that will just give me 0. So this is the final result. So the answer for this is 0.5. Answer is equal to 0.5. You can see how easy it is. Very good. Now let me do this. Okay, let me do the second one. Number 2. We have 5/8. So all I need to do is to draw my division box. I'm going to put 5 here and then 8 here. All right. So always put what you are dividing with outside. So this will be 5 points. You can put any amount of 0 that you like. Now, how many 8 can we get from 5? That's impossible. Put 0 point. 8 times 0, that will give me 0. Now, let's subtract. 5 minus 0, that will give me 5. Drop the next 0. This is 50. Now, how many 8 can I get from 50? That will be 6. Put the 6 upon this. 6 times 8, that will be 48. Let's subtract. 50 minus 48, that will just give me 2. Bring down the next. 2. The next 0. How many 8 in 20? That will give me 2. 8 times 2, that will give me 16. So let us subtract 20 minus 16, that will just give me 4. So drop the next 0, this will be 40. Now, how many 8 in 40? That will just give me 5. 8 times 5, that will be 40. Then you subtract. If you subtract 40 minus 40, that will just give you, so 40 minus 40, that will just give you 0, 0. Sorry, my board is very small. This board is very small. So I have to be managing it. 40 minus 40 will give you 0. So there is no more remainder. That's just the highest we can go. So the answer for this, the answer is equal to 0.625. So you can see that number 1 and 2 are 1-digit number. So let me do number 3. So number 3, I can clear this now. So number 3 says 4/25. So the same thing, I'm going to draw my division box. So I'll have 4, I'll have 25 here. So this can be written as 4.000, any amount of 0. So 25 in 4, that's clearly impossible. You put 0 points, and 25 times 0, that will give you 0. Now subtract. So 40 minus 0, 4 minus 0, that will give you 4. Bring down the next 0. This is 40 now. Other 25 and 40, that will just give me once. Can only go once. Now 25 times 1, that will give me 25. Let's subtract. 40 minus 25 is that of 15. That'll give me 15. So let's bring down the next 0. This is 150. Now, how many 25 and 150? I will go 6 times. 6 times. So 25 times 6, that will give me 150. Let's subtract. 150 minus 150, that will be 0, 0, 0. So that means the answer here is equal to 0.16. You can see that converting from fraction to decimal can be also very easy peasy. Now, let's see the next one. I pray this is contained by the remaining space. Okay, let's say we have number 4. This is one whole number, 7/16. First, this one whole number can be separated as 1 plus 7/16. Now, I will work on this 7/16. Let me draw my division table. So put 7 here, 0.0000, any amount. So then you put 16 here. First, how many 16 is 7? Impossible. You put 0. 16 times 0, that will give me 0. Subtract 7 minus 0, you have 7. Bring down the 0. So now, this is where it gets interesting. How many 16 in 70? How many times can you multiply 16 to get to 70? You might not get 70 directly, but you get something close to 70. So 16 times 1, 16. 16 times 2, add another 16, that will be 32. 16 times 3, that will give you 48. Now 16 times 4 is 64. 64. So if you try to do 16 times 5, that will give you 80. That's already bigger than 70. So we just go for 16 times 4. That means it's going 4 times. Now 16 times 4, that will be 64. So let us subtract. 70 minus 64, that will give me 6. Bring down the next 0, making 60. How many 16 is 60? That will just go like 3 times. That will be 48. I'll have 3. 16 times 3, that will be 48. So let's subtract. 60 minus 48. Is that not 12? That will give me 12. Yes. So that will be 12. Now, we can simply bring down the next 0. So how many 16 can you get from 120? So I can try, 16 times 5 is 80. Now 16 times 6, that will be 96. Then 16 times 7, 16 times 7, or you add another 16 to 96. So this will give you 12. Bring down 1. Bring 1. This will give me 100. Oh, this is 112. So this is the closest one to. This is the closest one. 6 plus 6 is 12. Bring 1 here. 1 plus, so this is 11. So this is the closest one to 120. So I will just put. That means I'm going 16 times 7 times. It will be 7. Right? So this will be 7. Now 16 times 7, this will give me 112. Let's subtract 120 minus 112. So this will be 10 minus 2, that will give me 8. So this is just 8. Other ones become 0. Bring down the next 0. This will be 80. So I will continue from here. This is 80. How many 16 can I get from 80? That will give me just 5. 16 times 5 is 80. So now 16 times 5, that will give me 80. So let us subtract. You continue your own at the bottom here. So, but because my board is very small, it can't contain. So 80 minus 80, that will give me 0. So now, this is what I have as my answer. I will just do 1 plus what I have here, because 7/16 is now equal to this, 0.4375. Now, 1 plus this, that will be 1.4. Remove the 0 and replace it with 1.4375. So this is the answer. That is how to convert decimal to fractions to decimal. I have done this, and this. Now, question 5 will lead to recurring decimal. Question 5. I can clear this away. So question 5 says 2/3. So I will draw my division table, put 2.0000 here, put 3 outside. How many 3 in 2? That's impossible. You have 0.3 times 0, that's 0. Subtract 2 minus 0 will give you 2. Bring down the next 0. Now 3 in 20, that will give you 6. 3 times 6, that will give you 18. Subtract 20 minus 18, that will give you 2. Bring down the next 0. So you have 20 again. The 20 that you had here that led you to this, you're having it again. So follow the process again. 3 in 20, that will still give you 6. 6 times 3, that will give you 20. Subtract again. So 20 minus, this will be 18. 3 times 6, that will be 18. 20 minus 18, that will still give you 2. What's happening? So bring down the net. Okay, this will give you 2 again. If you continue this process, you keep getting the same thing. So you keep getting 6, 6. So this is what I call recurring decimal. So 2/3 equal to what? 0.6666. Continues like that. So I want you to try number 6 and 7. You see this number 6, this will also lead to recurring decimal. And this number 7 too will lead to recurring decimal. But you have to be careful with this number 7. So you have, before you get your first repetition, you will do up to 6 digits first, 6 decimal place before you get to your first repetition. Try number 6 and 7. Drop your answer in the comment section. So if you have not subscribed, kindly click the subscribe button. It's free. So thank you for this. See you in the next class. Bye.